And hey, what's up, guys? I'm here with the latest structured deck, SR06 Curse of the Dark. This structured deck, I'm pretty sure you guys heard about it. You know, you get like the new Diabolos, you get the new two cards, and the new field spell card, which is amazing spell card in this set. Also, there's another aired version of Prohibition, which I'll go through in a minute. All right, I'll quickly go through I'll quickly go through the cards in this set, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, just gonna get some sleeves for the foil so that I don't scratch any of that. Alright, so as you guys know that this deck, this structure deck is actually very demanding structure deck because of this field spell card in this set. According to all of the structure deck that were that were reprinted, or that were released as as an upgrade for the original, like the SR, especially the SR version. They're all metas, like Monarchs, Felgrand. I'd say Felgrand is also a meta because you use Arc Brave and Felgrand in Blue Eyes deck, so I'm pretty sure, and you use the Dragon's Revival, or Dragon's Return, the spell card that's a monster reborn for Dragon type. So yeah, I'd say this deck is also, I'm pretty sure this deck is gonna be meta if something hits Magician. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure it's gonna get hit because it's super broken as of now. But yeah, I can see this deck becoming a meta, and especially like I suggest you go read this effect online. I'm just gonna go through the cards. This card, I think it's searches, like you discard this card and it searches out the field spell card, which is the I'd say, what's it called? Let me just double check. If I can find it, it's called Lair of Darkness. That's it. This card is the Lair of Darkness. The effects is amazing. Basically, it turns everything in the field to dark, and turns everything to dark. And if you have to tribute anything for a cost, you can tribute your opponent monster. So it's like you can use Virus, and this is the Grinding Grave Virus, the new Virus card. Also, all Virus cards are reprinted in this set, so you don't have to go search out for another, for all the super rare Virus or anything else. There's few cards that are reprinted in this set. I think this is the new card as well, and the rest are reprints. All right. Oh yeah, and the Lilith. It's behind for some reason. I don't know why it stays behind. Yeah, Lilith, and I have no idea what this card's called. But this card's effects is pretty amazing as well. All right, so you get the Caius of the Mega Monarchs. You get the Stingin Street Patrol. Phantom Darkness. This needs a reprint because we never had this as reprint before. I think it was from one of the V Jump. Allure. We have like shitloads of reprints for that. Eradicator Epidemic Virus. This card needs a reprint, of course. It's an amazing card. It's great with Dark Worlds, great with Dragon Rulers, but back in the days, it's not that hard to make. It's not that hard to just to create one 2500 or above dark monster on the field. So if you're able to do that, set this card, then you're good to go. The original Diabolos, Shaman, I think, the zombie. I have no idea. I have no idea what this card is. The King of Archfiend, Great Marju Gusset, I think, or like the biggest one. Yeah, this card needs a reprint because it was a short print for, if I'm not mistaken, short printed in. Wow, that was really long time back. SECE. What's SECE? A Secret of Eternity, I think. Yeah. Vanity's Fiend. This card needs a reprint. Like it's really hard to find this card as you know, as an original rarity. Is an old card. Have no idea what this card is. Archfiend Chevalier, I think. Plague Wolf. Fiendish Rhino. Nice reprint. Even though I still have, you know, all my original copies of that. Cree Bandit, not a bad reprint. Tour Guides, we have shitloads of that. Jack something, Absolute Backjack. This card is also not a bad card. It was from Premium Pack 17 or 16, if I'm not mistaken. The same pack as Beals. Kuribo. This is the other Kuribo that if this card gets tributed, you get to draw a card. Not bad. And like this card, you banish this card to prevent your monsters from getting destroyed. Reoccurring Nightmare, a really good card with this deck because most of the cards, like especially these two are their defense are 0, so really good to utilize with this card. All right, card destruction. Foolish Burial of Belongings. A bit too early for reprint because I mean we had that, like I had my super rares, but I still haven't you know got it. I still haven't sold it yet. I still haven't sold it out, but never mind. I already got 3 secret rares for that. It's a good reprint. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's a good reprint, and you know, I mean, now spells and traps that activate in the graveyard. There are so many spell and trap that activate in the graveyard. A good card as well. This card is short printed. I can't remember which set was this from. But what it does is it's like Magical Stone of Excavation. So you discard 2 cards, but this is for traps. So basically you discard 2 cards and you get a trap. You add a trap from your graveyard to your hand, and you can activate that. You know, you can activate that trap card on the same turn. Fires of the Doomsday, not a bad card. I mean, you know, since we're in Link era, you use tokens more. But again, the downside of this card is you cannot special summon or like summon cards. You can set though, but that's it. All right, now to the new Erudite version of Prohibition. Alright, I'll go through the effects quickly. So most of the effect of this card is the same as the original, but as you can see, there are 5 points: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which reads as the following. If I'm able to find it online. Okay. I'm just gonna go through that quickly. Hang on, bear with me. Alright, there you go. Okay, so what it reads is Prohibition continuous spell card. Apply these effect to all cards whose original name is in the card name you declare. This does not apply to cards that are already on the field before this effect started applying. So, first effect read, they cannot be placed on the field. I mean that card that the name was declared, they cannot be placed on the field. They cannot be activated, nor their effects can be activated or apply. They cannot be normal summoned or set or special summoned, so they can't summon or set, period. They cannot attack, nor they can change their battle position. They cannot be used as material for a special summon that requires materials. So, what it does is basically you cannot synchro summon, you cannot exceed summon, you cannot link summon, you cannot fusion summon, you cannot use it for anything. You cannot use it for ritual summon as well. Like, let's say you have Jin. It's an OCG format, so Jin releaser of ritual that prevents opponent from special summoning. Jin cannot be used as material for ritual summon. That is huge because using Jin as ritual summon before this text was added, you can actually use Jin to ritual summon, and Jin effect actually applies to the monster because the monster gains Jin's effect, and Jin effect doesn't create chains, so it's an inherent effect. So basically it's like Thunder King Ryo. Let's say if you have a Thunder King on the field with this card your opponent still cannot search monster, or basically your opponent cannot search anything to their hands. Because Ryo doesn't create chain. Also, it says they cannot be used as material for summons that requires material. This includes inherent summon, like summoning BLS. You cannot banish the light and dark to special summon BLS. Like, let's say if you're playing Lightsworn, Chaos Lightsworn, if you declare Raiden in your graveyard, Raiden cannot be used as part of the banish to special summon Blackluster Sojo, and that is huge because before this tag was this card was added, you can actually do that. All right, I'll just go through other cards effect. If you have anything else that you feel like I still haven't covered, please go online and go through the FAQs for this card. All right, you get the Crush Card Virus, Deck Devi Virus, and the one that you tribute the defense, and you destroy the defense that's lower than 1500. I forgot what this card's called. Dark Bright. I can't remember, but actually Marik's sister uses this card if I'm not mistaken. Mind Crush, a good reprint. Rise to Full Height. I wouldn't say it's a good reprint, but it's a good card to use with Omega actually. And this card is the I forgot the name of this card, but it was really big in spellbook format. Basically what it does is if this card's on the field and every time the owner of the spell card activated the spell cards, they pay 1000 life points. So if they play like 8 spell cards in one turn, they lose. And Sinister Yoshiro, if I'm not mistaken, and the Lair of Darkness token. Yep. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm sorry if if you feel like I'm speaking all over the place, because it's been a long day and it's I just came back from a company's trip. Yeah, just please let me know what you think about this structure deck. I have a feeling that this deck is gonna be meta because judging from all the SR from SR01, which is the Monarchs, to Felgran, to I can't remember, until like dinosaurs. You know, they're all metas. The only thing that I haven't seen, you know, it gone up as meta is the fairy counters. But don't get me wrong. They are actually a good deck. I just don't know why they don't top actually. But I have a feeling this deck is actually the new dinosaur structure deck because I'd say these cards are actually really powerful, especially this card. This card can actually jungle to every single deck. Like artifact, you can tribute this card and set a sanctum. It's amazing. This card is also amazing. You can use enemy controller to get rid of two opponent's monster by just having this card and enemy controller in your hand. So if you actually activate this card, use enemy controller, target your opponent's monster. Sorry, use enemy controller, tribute one of your opponent monster, then target the other monster, and then then control that monster by getting rid of one monster. And tribute it as cost, so your opponent wouldn't have anything to protect the tributed monster. It's like getting kaiju, but using other cards. And this makes it so that everything's dark, so you can actually apply all viruses cards to your opponent. I mean, it's really huge though. I don't know. I have a feeling this deck's gonna be it, guys. I have a feeling that this deck's gonna top. Even with Magician, I wouldn't say. I mean, if you play your cards right, I mean you can beat Magician with this deck, but I'd say it's still really hard. After the ban leads out, I'm pretty sure this deck's gonna do it, guys. Anyway, guys, what do you think about this structure deck? Are you guys gonna get it? Do you think it's gonna be the next meta? Please leave your opinion down in the comments section below, and I'll see you guys with the next opening. Thanks for watching.